Hey guys, welcome back to SportsTech. First off, before we get into the main sports topics of the week, let me apologize. I missed last Monday's show. I didn't post a show. I didn't post a show for a couple reasons. One, I was extremely tired. I had a lot going on as far as work, some stuff in my personal life, and it just wasn't a good time. Second thing, and really the main reason, I know I'm making an excuse and I really shouldn't be, but the main reason why I didn't post one was I was having a rough time coming up with some topics. The reason I got into doing this YouTube stuff, obviously pointing the camera at myself and talking about sports, talking about technology, it's stuff I do enjoy talking about. It's stuff I enjoy learning about. I enjoy talking about it. I enjoy dealing with it. It's my passion. It's what I love. It's what I'm passionate about, and I wanted to share that with the world. And I know in a couple of shows I felt like I've kind of been basically half-assing it. I've done them from home, and I know I know at least one show I was sick. Another time I was tired, and that one was really no excuse. I should have just got my butt to the studio and did what I needed to do. So what I may end up doing in the future is taking my camera set up home, and like if I'm just tired, I may just shoot an episode from the house. Just try to find a good setup and whatever, and just do it from there. But it's no excuse to be half-assing it. I don't want to half-ass this stuff. I want to make good quality content that people are gonna want to click that play button and come enjoy. And maybe if they enjoy it, hit that subscribe button, and they'll want to stick around and see more. I'm not doing this to make a profit or anything like that, or be a big YouTube star. If that happens, and people like my stuff because of that, and if I become popular, great. But this is what I'm passionate about. I love talking about sports. I love talking about technology. I want you guys to be able to see my passion. I'm not the best at making faces. I'm looking at myself in my mirror there and I'm like, somebody's probably going to make a gif of that. Please don't. Anywho, but, I don't want to half-ass this anymore. I felt like I half-assed it a couple times, so I need to either be all in with it or all out with it. And I want to be all in with it, so that's my thing. I wanted to, apologize to you guys for that. Hands, I don't know what to do with my hand. I'm just kidding. I want to apologize to you guys for that, and I'm just babbling on at this point. And I want to be able to give you guys great content for you to view. So with that being said, and getting that out the way, let's get into some topics, shall we? First topic, this past Wednesday was National Signing Day. For many college football fans, a great day for when your team's got a chance to rebound from a bad season and hopefully have a better one next year. Getting into the numbers, and I'm going to put these all on the screen so you guys have a chance to view them. USC ranked number 1 with 26 commitments overall. Basically, I'll go through the top 10 list. USC 1, Alabama 2, Florida State 3, Clemson 4, Tennessee 5, which kind of surprised me. I never would have thought Tennessee would be number 5, but I guess they pulled in a good recruiting class. Auburn 6, Georgia 7, LSU 8, Ohio State 9, and Texas A&M running out the top 10. Ole Miss, which is a school I obviously root for very well, because you can tell by the name on the hat. Ole Miss ended up being ranked number 21 in the nation, with a total of 22 commitments. And I'm especially excited for a couple of kids they got after doing some research. And I have to read these names off here so I can get these right. A couple of good wide receivers they got. Vance Jefferson, 6'1" kid out of Brentwood, Tennessee. And this next kid I'm really excited about after reading a little more about him and seeing some videos. DeMarcus Lodge is his name. 6'2" kid out of Cedar Hill, Texas. And I've heard a lot that Texas high school football is basically the thing, and that's one thing I definitely want to do. I would love to maybe do like a future, like a movie on it, or even like a documentary about high school football in Texas. I've seen a lot, obviously at Friday Night Lights, which is based about football in Texas, high school football in Texas. Excuse me. A couple other things to look out for. Ole Miss got a couple of quarterbacks. Jason Pellerin, dual threat quarterback kid out of Louisiana, who's supposed to be really good. I've read a lot of good stats about him, and he should be somebody to keep an eye on. And obviously, the biggest one dealing with Ole Miss is Chad Kelly, the junior college transfer quarterback that they got, who's been in a little bit of trouble. I don't know how that's all going to pan out. Hopefully, he'll get himself together and stay out of the bars in Oxford. I know I would like to see that. Local girl I know at my bank who went to Ole Miss, we had that conversation about that actually earlier this week. So hopefully Kelly will be able to keep his butt out of the bars and keep his butt on the field and in the film room, and hopefully help Ole Miss have a better season next year. So as far as that goes, I guess it's one of those things we'll have to wait and see. I'm rooting for Ole Miss. Come on, Ole Miss. You guys got a good year. You're getting Treadwell back next year, so come on, let's go. Take a quick look back at the list again with some other notes. University of Miami Hurricanes ranked 26th. Missouri's ranked 27th. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the most up-to-date list that I have according to Rivals.com. So yeah, USC ranks number 1 this year for top recruits, and Alabama's number 2. Of course, Alabama's always, near the top in recruiting because of Nick Saban. Damn you, Nick Saban. So yeah, that's the biggest thing going on that as far as National Signing Day this week, which is really one of the biggest days. Obviously, with the Super Bowl happening this past week, and I don't even want to get into that much. I mean, really? Really, Seattle? You're on the 1-yard line against them, and you're going to run a pick play? Really? Oh. Beast Mode could have ran that in, no problem. Russell could have ran that in, no problem. But you choose to run a pick play? Really? Really? Alright, let's move on from that topic. Last sports topic I know from the week that I thought was kind of funny and very fitting for this guy, because I've never been really a big fan of his. Alex Rodriguez and his longtime girlfriend, Tori Wilson, former WWE diva, very, very beautiful lady, they have split. The report's reason for that was why they split, is because A-Rod has a wandering eye. I believe the story I read from Fox Sports once said, wandering eye, his relationship with his ex-wife, and just not being faithful. So, I mean, Tori Wilson, beautiful, 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 just beautiful. It's like, why would you want to cheat on that? I'm just like, just further proves that the point that I made for a long time, that A-Rod is an idiot. Yeah, he won't be playing, and I don't think he's going to be playing baseball this coming season. Which, speaking of baseball, pitchers and catchers report starting February 18th. The Cardinals, I know, report February 19th for pitchers and catchers. I think it's going to be interesting to see how the Cardinals are going to do this year. They haven't made much of a splash in the offseason. I mean, their biggest splash they got when they were able to get Jason Hayward from the Atlanta Braves. Hayward's a good player. I think he is. What kind of impact he's going to have in St. Louis in the outfield, I really don't know. The main reason they made that move is because after the unfortunate death of Oscar Taveras, which is so sad in itself, because he had potential to be a really, really good player. It's tragic how he lost his life in that sense. But nonetheless, now that Hayward is in St. Louis, I know the Cardinals are going to be expecting big things out of him, and a lot of Cardinal fans will be expecting big things out of Hayward as well. So whether or not he's going to be able to deliver, we're just going to have to just wait and see. But yeah, baseball is coming up. February is here now, so it'll be interesting to see how things shape up as pitchers and catchers report, and spring training starts getting a little bit closer, which means warmer weather hopefully get here pretty soon. I hope so, because I'm sick of this cold weather. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting sick of it. That completes the sports portion of the program, so let's move on over and talk some technology. Alright guys, now we get out the sports, and let's get into some little tech talk, shall we? First big topic of this week, it was revealed this week by the FCC that the whole thing with net neutrality, which is basically, in easy way to say it, the safety of the internet, well, it's still protected. They came out with a new law saying that Title II, basically the way to keep the internet, basically saying the internet's safe for everybody, where nobody's going to be able to troll over anybody or anything like that. I'm going to put a link in the description to a video done by another YouTube channel called The Verge that explained it a lot better probably than I just did. But I think this is a big deal because there were talks about being able to give special treatment for the internet as far as big companies being able to charge people and what people can and cannot view. Well, for now, that's not a problem. Could it be a problem in the future? Possibly so. But at least for now, it's for now. And again, there'll be a link in the description to the video from The Verge that explains that a lot better than I did. But I think it's something it's worth noting about because it is a big deal and it could potentially be a big deal again in the future. Next topic, something very interesting that I found this weekend. Well, from this week, not this weekend, but a company called Cyanogen or CyanogenMod, which is basically an operating system for Android. Their CEO, and I'm trying to make sure I get this guy's name right, Kirk McMaster. I hope I pronounced that right. Came out recently and said that he wants to try to basically, in so many words, move Cyanogen completely away from Android because he believes that Mother Google has got too much of a tight grip on it. He went on to elaborate saying that within the next year he is hoping that Cyanogen can move to basically being its own operating system, where you can go to Cyanogen store, app store, purchase your own apps, customize your own phones, basically have Cyanogen phones available through 4 carriers through your basic models like say Samsung or anything else. Now I'm an iPhone user. I went back to using an iPhone just this year. I had a Samsung Galaxy Note 2 for 2 years. I like Android. I think Android is a good system. It has a lot of flaws in it, but it does have a lot of good things. I'm going to talk about more of those in a minute. But I think this could be something that could be very interesting because all you have right now in the cell phone world are basically two operating systems, Android and iOS. So I think this has got the potential to be something worth looking into and something to consider for the future. Obviously, taking on Mother Google is probably not the smartest idea in the world because Google controls pretty much the world as far as what we do. I mean email, Gmail, search engines, that kind of thing. So I think it's worth noting because it would be nice to have some good competition between Apple and Android to make cell phones and content and that kind of stuff more available for people. A little competition never hurts anybody, and it's great for the consumers like me and you. So my last point of this video that I want to get out, Android versus iOS. It's been a topic that's been talked about a lot within the tech community. I've seen several videos about it. I've talked to a lot of my friends about it. Like I said, and I've been holding up. I have an iPhone 6 Plus that I went back to. I like iOS for a lot of things. I don't like iOS for a lot of things. I love Android for a lot of things. I hate Android for a lot of things. Classic example. My Galaxy Note 2 that I had. Great phone. I like to be able to. One thing I really liked about Android is you could view files that are in your phone. Like say, so if you plug your phone into your computer, you would be able to get into a folder and view the files that you want to. Say if you have some documents somebody sent you and you could save them to your phone and then view them on there, and then you could view the files on your phone, plug your phone into your computer, and drag them off there, no problem. You don't have to worry about going through email and all that stuff. You can just grab the file straight off your phone. Very convenient. I used it a lot. I loved it. Apple, you have to go through either iCloud or AirDrop, Dropbox, or anything like that. Not too big of a deal for me, but still kind of a pain. Like being able to view your files on your computer of your phone, well, through your phone, I do like. Customization of your phone via widgets, apps, and everything you can have on there, I think it's cool. It's not that big a deal to me, but I know it's something a lot of people do like. Customization of a phone is a thing that people do enjoy. But the single biggest reason I think why people stay with Apple and go back to Apple is simplicity. It's simple. It's easy to use. People know how to use it. They've used it for years. But I think it's one thing a lot of people don't understand. Simplicity is just one thing. It doesn't have to be just the only thing. I think simplicity can also lead to complacency. If you get complacent, then you're going to mess stuff up and things are going to happen. So being complacent is something you want to try to avoid. At least in my book, that's what you try to avoid. Now I'll leave another good video down below that talks about the old battle between Android and iOS. and the battle and the Cyanogen topic I just talked about. I'll leave a video link down below. Both those videos are from AndroidAuthority.com for their segment that they did called Android Weekly. And they'll explain those. I'll give a lot more detail on those. But from a personal standpoint, Cyanogen possibly becoming its own operating system, and get your own app store, get your own apps, customize your phones that way. I think it's something that could be very cool. Good competition against Android and iOS, and the Android versus iOS app. I'm on both sides. I mean, I own an iPhone now. I would go back to Android depending on what kind of phones come out. I'm interested to see the HTC One M9 come out next month at World Mobile Congress in Barcelona. I believe it starts like March 3rd, I want to say. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's when it starts. That phone's coming out then. I know the Samsung Galaxy S6, is coming out then also. The only other thing I did not like about Android, TouchWiz software over Android on Samsung's devices, I hated. I thought it bogged the phone down. Bloatware software on it was terrible. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. But that was really the only bad thing. I did not like it, and that was the only reason why I did not go to, one of the reasons why I did not go back to Samsung. All the other phones all these new phones that are coming out now, some have Quad HD displays. I think Quad HD personally is overrated. You don't need it. You don't need an IPS, not IPS, but a display like that to have that big a processor in it, or that good of a display on it. I don't think. Like just a regular 1080p display, I would be cool with it. I personally think the looks of like those Quad HD phones is kind of overrated. They're trying to, the phone market now, companies that want to do Quad HD, they're just trying to blow it out of proportion and make it look 10 times more better. And then it's like, why can't they go with something a little more simplistic? But then again, what do I know? I'm just reviewing stuff that I love. Well, thank you. First of all, thank you guys for watching so much. This is going to wrap the video up. I know I probably blabbered on and on more than I probably should have, but I just had a lot of stuff I wanted to get out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be that cool person to give it a thumbs up, and be sure to click that red subscribe button down there to stay tuned for when I release more videos. I release videos every Monday and every Friday. Well, I attempt to anyway, but I'm gonna try to do a lot better job as far as getting more content out, posting more articles about stuff that I enjoy and stuff you think you ought to pay attention to. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a good Friday. Hope you guys have a good weekend. I will see you guys back on Monday with a brand new video and more content to come. Also, be on the lookout in the next couple of weeks. This school, Ole Miss, I'm going to be going down there for the first weekend of college baseball, and I'm going to try to do a little vlogging to provide you guys with a little video of my trip. So be on the lookout for that. Maybe about 3 episodes from now. But I'll give you guys a little more heads up about that. So that'll be pretty cool. More stuff to come. Working on some more collaborations to try to bring a little more diversity and some other opinions to the channel. But thank you guys again for watching. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid I wouldn't do. If you do, call me. But anyway, be good, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.